Hello guys, are you tired of having your entire team wiped out in an instant for those of you who are early or new to Honkai Starrail? Well, I'm going to show you the teams ranging from the first good team I started to one I got a little bit later and finally to the one I'm currently running. And these teams are all very good at surviving as long as you don't try and push them past their limits or do anything they're not meant to do. So, first, this was the first really good team I was able to build. It centers on March 7th, who you can get pretty much right off the rip, because if you look at her details, her skill applies a shield on a single ally. Now, that might not sound too powerful, but when you look at her talent, after a shielded ally is attacked by an enemy, the character immediately launches a counter against the attacker. So essentially, what you can do with her is if you shield all of your characters, especially support characters who aren't very beefy and tend to get targeted more, she will attack whoever has attacked that shielded character. And I found this very useful early game, especially in situations where the enemies I was encountering had ice weaknesses. It also uses Archer, a character following the path of the hunt, who I actually got as a free character in the very beginning of the game. He is an incredibly powerful, damaging character. His attack, it's okay. His skill is actually incredibly powerful, but it is fairly expensive because uh, it costs 2 skill points, and that's not something that you see very often. His talent, I still have not entirely figured out how this works. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. His technique is actually really powerful. And his ultimate, I would recommend using this immediately after breaking a tough enemy. Or if there's an enemy on the field that none of them are too strong, but you just want to get one off the field really quick because it's not very fun to deal with. And he's also pretty tanky, so you don't have to worry about shielding him too much. Asta's a bit of an interesting one. She's kind of a combination of supporter and attacker. Her attacks don't really do too much damage unless you use her skill when there's only one enemy on the field, because her skill just puts up a whole bunch of projectiles that fall on different enemies, and if there's only one on the field, they all fall on the same enemy. So that's usually pretty good. But what really makes her handy is with the
What
skill,
should I
for
observe
every
today?
enemy target that she hits with this, she applies 1 stack of an attack buff.
Oh.
Whereas this just, the single target attack, it just applies a single stack because it only hits 1 target. Her ultimate recharges really fast. Like, she's got the fastest
What
charging
should
ultimate
I
out of my
observe
entire team.
today?
It gives speed buffs.
Oh.
And this is what I was talking about right here, her talent. She's a fairly decent early game. I'm still running her in my main team, but next up, this is the Trailblazer, obviously, for those of you who don't know. And here he's in the path of destruction. He's not really the greatest, but for those of you who haven't unlocked this girl yet, then he's going to be pretty much your best bet, because yes, Path of Destruction Trailblazer isn't terribly good, but this way you have 2 supporting characters and 2 DPS characters in your team. My recommendation is just use this whenever you can. Unless there's only one enemy on the field, just use this on him. His ultimate, if there's multiple targets on the field you want to hit, then yes, do the Stardust Ace one. Or the RIP home run. But if there's only one enemy on the field you're really concerned about, just use Farewell Hit, the single target one, because it does tons of damage. I've one-shot several bosses with it. So this is what So this is what you'll get early on in the game. However, if my second team is the second good one I got. And what's useful about this team is that it now has Natasha on it. What does Natasha do? She's actually broken. She has a physical type attack, but what really comes in handy with her is her skill. It restores HP for a single ally and provides healing over time to them. And I have the upgrade bonus effect that dispels debuffs. So she's actually really powerful. Her talent, well, if an ally has low HP and you use the skill on it, it'll make the skill a lot stronger. Her ultimate just heals everyone, and it recharges fairly quickly. She's also surprisingly tanky for a healer, which makes her a very solid choice. And I replaced her with my Trailblazer in this one. This team, it's not the absolute greatest, but it should keep you alive through most fights. Again, Archer being the main DPS, March 7th being a supporter, and Asta just kind of keeping everyone peak strength. And this is my current team that I'm running, which I have yet to struggle in a fight against. One thing you'll notice, which may surprise some of you if you haven't yet completed the Urilo 6 campaign, is that my Trailblazer actually isn't Path of Destruction anymore. It's Path of Preservation. And that's because partway through the final boss fight on Urilo 6, you get the ability to change paths with him. As the Path of Preservation, he has this attack. Deals minor fire damage to one enemy and gains Magma Will. And if you look at, there's actually a second thing listed under here, and that's because of a very interesting bit of this talent. When attacked, stacks Magma Will. When Magma Will is at no fewer than 4 stacks, basic attack gets enhanced. After using basic attack, skill or ultimate provides a shield for team. So what it's saying here is, every time your Trailblazer with the Path of Preservation takes damage, it builds up a certain type of charge, and whenever you use this basic attack, when you have 4 stacks of charge or more, it turns it into a very powerful blast. Skill is a way to farm that. It's a way to farm that mechanic. Reduces damage taken and gains Magma Will with a high chance to taunt all enemies. And this guy, when he uses this skill, is... I've never seen a character this tanky in any video game I've ever played. Because, as it mentioned, he takes less damage, but it's a huge reduction. Like, I've seen attacks that would normally do 300 or 400 damage without that skill do 50 to him. And he also gets a shield, so it's very powerful. And because it has a high chance to taunt all enemies, you're pretty much just guaranteeing that he's going to be the one focused. So when you combine him and her in the same team, she keeps him alive while he just keeps the others alive by tanking all the hits. Meanwhile, she is buffing everyone's attack, and he is just going wild. And then, whenever he gets the chance to, he can just deal a huge amount of damage. Oh yeah, and his ultimate is ridiculously powerful. Deals fire damage to all enemies and enhances this unit's next basic attack. And it may not sound like the most impressive description, but I've watched this attack one-shot an entire field. And he's only at level 40, so I haven't over-leveled him considering I'm on the starship stage. So, as soon as I get the chance to, I'll see if I can't show you guys this attack.
It's still early.
This lineup in action here. Let's see, I believe this was an area with enemies. I don't know if there are any here yet. Oh, here's a weak one. It'll work. I'm going to show you guys my current team in action. Oh, well, sorry. Okay. I never started. These enemies aren't really the greatest to display my team's power, because these are the weakest, and I'm hoping I can find some Mara Struck for you guys.
A gift from the stars. Time for a shot.
As you can see, he does a fair amount of damage. And here's his skill in action. Launched all three of them. They're all going to attack him. If you see that number right above his health bar, 3 out of 8. That's how many charges he has stored up for his.
I don't remember inviting you.
Who's
the lucky one today?
And as you saw, he took like 1 HP.
Naughty children, don't. You're in bad shape.
I'm on guard.
That's not his powered up one, just because he hasn't had enough stacks yet. He has enough now. Next time I use his base attack, he'll use the upgraded version. But as you can see,
a gift from the stars.
It's a fairly powerful combination. And as soon as I can find a Mara Struck, I'll show you guys.
Savor the vigor of it.
There's his upgraded attack, and that little magma flare, that's a blast.
Reach the end of the
damage
story in your
pretty
own
much everything. Oh, said there's something else near me. This thing I'm doing. Yep, oh, look at that. Up on mark. Another trotter. Okay. For those of you who don't know, these trotter things, they don't really do much in battle. However, when you kill them, if you can kill them before they run away, they will actually drop a lot of them. Yeah, see, that guy just did 293 damage. Watch what happens when I use that skill to taunt. Yep, taunted every last one of them. I don't know if you noticed that, but they all attacked him and he barely took any damage.
Who's the lucky one today?
See if I can get a ×5 here. Oh, ×4.
Naughty children, don't. You're in bad shape.
Basically, that means that's got 4 attacks. 53 and 63. So that did 116 damage compared to 293 a moment ago. Let's just go ahead and attack this guy with that last attack. And he's now pretty much one shot. I'm about to get the reward. Every time one of these enemies attacks, all they do is raise his power even more.
A gift from the stars.
Do this. Get the attack buff up again and kill the trotter while I'm at it. And then I'm actually going to heal him, and this is why having these two together is so powerful. She just makes it impossible for him to actually die.
I'm on guard.
I don't need to, but I'm going to use his ultimate just to show you all what he does.
Lightning Ledge. Forward!
And I hate that these guys get to revive like that. But as you can see, it's actually a fairly powerful attack. And that gave me the last bit of magma where I needed for another splash move. So yeah, these guys, this team is actually really powerful.
With no manners, huh?
And if you have, just in case you guys have Archer, but you don't know whether you want to use them versus using Don Hung, here's Archer's ultimate. This is a little finisher. I'm not joking, guys, when I tell you.
In your own way.
Oh, wrong thing. A feature that I unlocked is the Echo of War, which gives trace materials for upgrading traces and light cones. Destruction's beginning, supply zone, and end of the eternal freeze, Everwinter Hill. Destruction's beginning is the fight against the Doomsday Beast, and I kid you not, when the Doomsday Beast's weakness is exposed, Archer's ultimate will take down that health bar instantly. It'll go from 100% to 0% instantly. I actually haven't done End of the Eternal Freeze yet, which is the final boss fight of Urilo 6, but considering Now I've got 2 fire types in my lineup, and one of them is incredibly powerful. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a challenge for me. But anyway, if you guys found this guide helpful,
Nice.
don't forget to leave a like and comment. If you have any builds that you know are better than mine that I can do with the characters I have right now, which is these guys. I've got Natasha, Asta, Archer, Trailblazer, March 7th, Gerda, Don Hung, and Harlon. If you guys know of a build that's better than this one for survivability, because that's what these builds are. They're survival builds. They may not get the most amount of damage in one go, but they'll keep your team alive long enough for you to keep dealing damage. I have not struggled with a boss fight since I started running this team. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more.